Hey guys, it's Tuesday. I'm Matt, and this week's a fun week, so I get to create the topic that we talk about, or I talk about. So I've decided to talk about 10 facts or disclose 10 things about me that you guys don't know. And I'm going to start off with fact one. I'm married. My wife's name is Allie. We got married October 29th, 2014, so we've been married for over a year, and we got together in 2009. So I was 15 and she was 16, and now I'm 21, almost 22, and she's 22, almost 23. So yeah. Fact number two, I have four dogs. Their names are Chemo, Button, Boo Boo, and Kaya. So, um, it's like Button and Boo Boo, Chemo and Kaya. We kind of named them after each other. Um, Fact number three, I'm a vegetarian. Technically, I'm a pescatarian, but when I stopped eating meat 6 years ago, I was a vegetarian, and then about 3 years ago, I started eating seafood because my wife Allie introduced it to me. So, I'm technically a pescatarian. I'll eat seafood, but I won't eat any other land animal. And I've been that way for 6 years. Number four, my favorite place in the entire world is the beach, and right now my favorite beach is Inspiration Point in Newport Beach, Balboa, and Corona del Mar area in Southern California. If anyone's familiar with that or not familiar with it, it's in Orange County, so SoCal. It's beautiful. Number five fact about me is I'm a student. I'm a college student. I've been switching my majors up a lot. So I started off as a communications major, and then I was a history major, and then I was a social science major, which focused on history, geography, and anthropology, and then now I'm a sociology major, and that's a big part of my life. Fact number six, my favorite book is Almost Famous, or I'm sorry, not Almost Famous, Almost Perfect by Brian Catcher, and I actually have a copy of it right here. I just wanted to show it off. Um, it is a story about a teenage boy named Logan. He's the main character, and he lives in Missouri, and a new kid shows up at his school named Sage, and she's cool, and he starts liking her, and then he finds out that she's transgender. So the story is about Logan and Sage's relationship before Logan knew Sage was trans, and then after. When I first was reading this book, I fell in love with Sage's character. It was really well developed and just a very relateful, and just bubbly character. So I fell in love with Sage's character, and then I just started loving the story, and now I read it multiple times a year. Number seven, my favorite TV show. I have two. The first one is Transparent, from Amazon Prime. Season 2 is coming out in a couple days, December 11th, so I'm totally psyched to see that. And then my other favorite TV show is Broad City, if anyone's familiar with it. It's a part of Comedy Central. Abby Jacobson and Alana Glazer are the two main characters, Abby and Alana, where they basically play themselves but in a more exaggerated form. Literally the funniest TV show I've ever seen in my life. So I love Broad City. Fact number 8, I want to travel. I want to internationally travel. As for domestic traveling, I've only traveled throughout California and then into Nevada and into Arizona. I do want to travel more of the states, particularly Oregon and Washington and maybe some East Coast states, but I want to internationally travel. I would visit any country at least once, but the countries that are at the top of my bucket list for right now are Canada, Italy, because my sister lives there, and the Philippines. Fact number 9, one of my ultimate dreams or goals is to be multilingual. And right now, the only language that I know fluently is English, but the other three languages that I want to be multilingual in are Spanish, which I do know some Spanish. Whenever people ask me if I know Spanish, I say estoy aprendiendo, which means I am learning. But it's muy poquito. It's very small amounts of Spanish. I know enough Spanish to have a very short very short conversation with someone. Very short, and most of it's Spanglish, where I use Spanish and English, and it's communication barrier, but for the most part we work through it. The other languages that I want to learn is Tagalog, because my wife is Filipino, so I want to just embrace her culture more, and learn the native tongue, and just, embrace it as much as I can. And then French, because my far back ancestral roots had migrated to the United States from France. That's why my last name is French, and I have an interest in traveling to Canada, into cities that are primarily French Canadian cities where they speak nothing but French. And then I also have aspirations of traveling to Europe, into France and other European countries that speak French. And then fact number 10, my biggest pipe dream, so my biggest dream is to be an author and write and have a book published. I've always loved writing. As a kid, I loved writing, and now as an adult, I love writing. I haven't wrote like anything down in a long time, but just yesterday I came up with an idea that I thought would be really cool to put down on paper, and I'm thinking I might write like a short story or something. I'm not really sure yet. Like, it just came to my head yesterday. I started writing last night. I wrote like 6 or 7 pages, spent an hour on it, just thinking of how to start this story off. But I love writing. I want to write. My all-time pipe dream would be to publish a book and have a book out there on the shelves. I think that would just be the coolest thing ever. So anyway, that's it for my video. Thank you for watching, and I will be posting next week. Thank you.